Please rise for the national anthem.
Our people lived in harmony with the desert. They knew every star in the sky and every plant that grew from the sand. But now, the air feels different than in the stories my grandparents tell. Some days, the sun feels too hot and I see dry earth where plants used to bloom. This is the world I've been given. Everywhere I look, I also see hope growing like a tiny seed in the soil.
يا سعد عينك بالضراب يا حمامة يلي على خضرة الجرايد تغني يا سعد عينك بالضراب
I see families all over the world teaching their children how to care for the soil, just like our ancestors did. Because together, our hands restore.
رجلي علقا بردي باكتافي، الله ينصرك يا محمد شب ناره ودفاني. يا لا لا يا لا 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 ضامن بردي في ايديا من سواضم رجلي علقا بردي باكتافي، الله ينصرك يا محمد مره ودفاني. غير البخت فيني قصر، ألا يا خلي ما قصرت غير البخت فيني قصر. عمي يا جمال قم شد الحمول واليابه على طريق نعمان، يا ويل يا ويل حالي يا حالي. عمي يا جمال قوم شد الحمول واليابه على طريق نعمان، يا ويل يا ويل حالي يا حالي. يا ليحي ويا ليحاني يا ليحي ويا ليحاني، بياع العنب ما جاني. شكله يا سعد زعلاني، شكله يا سعد زعلاني، بياع العنب ما جاني. يا ليحي ويا لحاني بياع العنب ما جاني راوية يا حلالي يا راوية راوية بنت عمي يا راوية راوية يا حلالي يا راوية راوية بنت عمي يا راوية
Long ago, people would gather under the stars to solve big problems together. Today, we are here to do the same. This is our chance to write our own story. Welcome to COP16. Welcome to Riyadh.
Your Royal Highnesses, Your Excellencies, distinguished leaders, environmental pioneers, and dedicated advocates from around the world. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Fatma Fahad, and I'm thrilled to welcome you all to Riyadh, where the future takes root today. It is a true pleasure to see such a diverse gathering of brilliant minds and compassionate hearts all gathering here today for one purpose and shared mission: to protect and nurture the land upon which we all depend. Saudi Arabia is honored to host the 16th conference of the parties to the UN Convention to Combat Desertification, COP16, the largest UN land conference to date, and the first to be held in the Middle East and the North Africa region. Today we come together to lay the foundation for a better future. The hosting of COP16 reflects the keen interest of wise leadership in advancing environmental sustainability. Saudi Arabia has made significant steps in recent years, as evident by the launch of Vision 2030 and the Saudi Green Initiative at the national level, along with the Middle East Green Initiative regionally. On the global stage, though, Saudi Arabia has also led great efforts like the Global Initiative on reducing land degradation and enhancing conservation of terrestrial habitats, as well as the Global Coral Research and Development Accelerator Platform launched during the Saudi G20 in 2020, as you recall. Today, as we unite under the theme, Our Land, Our Future, a theme that highlights legacy, responsibility, opportunity, we are reminded that the actions we take today will shape the future for generations to come. So, because in the end, our land is truly our future. Your Highnesses, Your Excellencies, distinguished leaders, we are here to build partnerships and face the challenge of land degradation with courage and optimism. The energy in this room echoes commitment, possibility, and hope. So this is our moment to unite and to dream, and to make those dreams and visions become reality. As the opening ceremony, powerful imagery, as we saw, of resilience and growth, we are not here just to discuss, we are here to take action together. As we move into the next phase of this event, I invite you to stay fully engaged. Let the conversation, every idea, every commitment be with a sense of purpose. Let us celebrate the strength of our global community, standing together to achieve a brighter and thriving future for all, local, regional, and global level. So welcome to COP16 here in the capital of Saudi Arabia, Riyadh, as we are shaping a greener future for our world. I will now be handing the floor and the stage over to UNCCD Secretary to commence with the formal program. So as the committee please make their way to the stage, I ask you to kindly remain seated and enjoy the remainder of your morning.
Excellencies, distinguished delegates, I declare open the 16th session of the Conference of the Parties to the United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification and call to order its first meeting. I will now deliver a statement in my capacity as President of the 15th session of the Conference of the Parties.
I need you. My fields are turning to dust. I gave you everything I could, but I have nothing left. I fed you, nurtured you, cared for you. The ground beneath your feet, once vibrant with life, turning to dust. My fields are degraded, hunger growing, people fleeing. I gave you fertile soil, rich with life. You took it, exhausted it, until life could no longer flourish. Can't you hear? I'm parched, gasping for breath. But it doesn't have to be this way. Our shared resources are in your hands, from dust to grass, from cracks to strength. I can heal. But not alone. I am calling once more. This time, will you answer?
Your Royal Highnesses, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to begin by thanking our host for the warm welcome extended to the participants of this major event that is COP16 of the UNCCD. It is with deep respect and great pride that I address you today as we reflect on the end of the mandate of COP15 UNCCD held in Côte d'Ivoire in May 2022. Today we come together to assess our achievements in light of the challenges we must overcome. The members of the Bureau and I have worked with determination to strengthen our commitment to land restoration and preservation in the face of the pressing and escalating environmental challenges of our time. It was an honor and a great source of pride for me to serve as president of COP15 to advance in this collective fight against desertification and to carry forward the vision and ambitions of the parties you represent. Dear delegates, the COP15 held in Abidjan in 2022 marked a significant progress. Through your collective drive, we made bold decisions to strengthen our resilience against land degradation and drought, focusing on innovation, the mobilization of financing, and the involvement of local communities, particularly women and the youth. Our mandate at the helm of COP15 also reflected the vision of the President of Côte d'Ivoire, His Excellency Mr. Alassane Ouattara, and his unwavering commitment to combating the ravages of desertification while pursuing sustainable development pathways that benefit our economies and populations. In this spirit, for more than 2 years, Côte d'Ivoire has been implementing the Abidjan Legacy Program initiated by the head of state. This program addresses, through more than 112 projects, the issue of land degradation and its impact on the accelerating economic development progress in Côte d'Ivoire. The initial results are extremely encouraging, and I wish to extend my gratitude to our partners and friendly nations who have made this possible. Their support is crucial in our fight against the effects of desertification and land degradation. Among the achievements of COP15, I would also like to highlight the increased inclusion of the young people, the generations of tomorrow. They are the future, and their place is at the heart of international discussions, where their voice must be heard, and we have succeeded in creating a seat for them alongside with us. This is why, for the first time, we have appointed a special youth envoy, a strong symbolic gesture that demonstrates our commitment to young people. This development was also accompanied by the launch of an innovative awareness-raising tool, the Desertification Fresco, as well as the appointment of a Fresco ambassadors from various regions of the world. The UNCCD Young Negotiators Program is a concrete example that illustrates our desire to involve young people in the negotiations and in building sustainable solutions for our planet. Ladies and gentlemen, throughout our mandate, we have remained optimistic. The progress made promising. However, the situation remains urgent. We must go further and faster today. We found ourselves caught in a vicious cycle that we must break. We can only achieve this if we move beyond the silos that hinder our collective action, and if we adopt a holistic approach that recognizes the constant interaction between desertification, biodiversity loss, and the acceleration of climate change. In this context, I wish to reiterate the call made by African countries during the 10th extraordinary session of the African Ministerial Conference of the Environment. This call advocates for the establishment of a legally binding protocol on drought management and resilience building under the United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification, specifically for countries severely affected by drought and desertification, particularly in Africa. Given the urgency of the situation, I hope that the stronger collaboration initiated between the presidencies of the three COPs will continue. Indeed, we have succeeded in consolidating the indispensable synergy between the three Rio Conventions by signing two joint declarations. Regarding public awareness and political advocacy related to land degradation, we have succeeded in attracting the attention of leaders, notably through the creation of the Desertification Fresco card game. We have paved the way. It is now up to you to act collectively, but also to achieve better coordination and coherence of national policies to combat drought. Ladies and gentlemen, dear participants, at this solemn moment, it is time to hand over the baton to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, which is hosting COP16. To our Saudi, bring this mission forward to new milestones. We have no doubt in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia's ability to elevate our shared legacy even further, as it stands at the forefront of challenges related to land degradation, sandstorms, and drought. COP16 will provide an opportunity to deepen the efforts initiated here, intensify international cooperation, and address climate, ecological, and soil preservation challenges with strength and unity. We have laid a solid foundation, and these commitments will require rigorous follow-up and active implementation in every country. This work begins now and must continue with even greater determination, as every effort, every action, and every initiative counts. We have both the opportunity and the responsibility to protect our lands, restore those that are degraded, and ensure that everyone, wherever they may be, can enjoy the benefits of a healthy and productive environment. Together with determination, solidarity, and responsibility, we will continue to work for the well-being of our planet and its inhabitants, so that we may leave to our children and grandchildren a world where the land thrives and sustains life. Thank you all for your commitment and dedication. On behalf of the President of the Republic of Côte d'Ivoire, His Excellency Mr. Alassane Ouattara, I thank you all for the trust placed in Côte d'Ivoire during these years of leadership at the for the COP15 presidency. Thank you. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, I now invite the Conference of the Parties to consider item 1A of the provisional agenda for the session in order to proceed to the election of the President of the 16th session. I understand that there is a general agreement among the parties to elect His Excellency Abdul Rahman Abdul Mohsen Al Fadley, Minister of Environment, Water and Agriculture of Saudi Arabia, to the position of President of the 16th session of the Conference of the Parties. May I take it that the Conference wishes to elect His Excellency Abdul Rahman Abdul Mohsen Al Fadley of Saudi Arabia as President of the 16th session of the Conference of the Parties? I can hear no objection. Do you? None. It is so decided. On behalf of the conference, I wish to congratulate His Excellency Abdul Rahman Abdul Mohsen Al Fadley on his election and invite him to take his seat at the podium.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أصحاب المعالي
In the name of Allah, dear participants, I am honored to have been elected president of the 16th COP of the UNCCD. And I wish to express now, I will now deliver my statement in my capacity as president of COP16. In the name of God, in the name of Allah, in the name of Allah, may the peace and prayers be upon the Prophet. Excellencies, Your Excellency, Under Secretary General of the UN, ladies and gentlemen, heads of delegations, member of delegation, may God's peace and blessings be upon you all. It is my pleasure to welcome you all in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in the opening ceremony of COP16 of the UNCCD. And we look forward to this conference, especially that it is of great interest to His Majesty the Custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, and His Royal Highness Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. We look forward to intensifying action under this convention in order to face the challenges and promote integration between various international environment organizations, conventions, namely the Rio on biodiversity and climate change, in order to achieve ambitious outcomes, in order to limit land degradation, reduce drought, and to achieve the humanity and the welfare of humanity all over the world. We would like to express our gratitude to the Republic of Cote d'Ivoire for its presidency of COP15, and also our gratitude to the Convention's Bureau and Secretariat for their effective implementation of the Convention during the previous period. We would like also to thank all member states, international, regional organizations, as well as CSOs taking part in this session. Our agenda for this session includes many important topics related to land degradation, drought, and desertification, which reiterates the importance of working on the UNCCD strategic framework for the period 2018 to 2030, as well as supporting the proposed approach and methodology in order to implement the strategic framework so that we can increase our resilience in the face of challenges that are faced by various regions of the world in terms of land degradation, drought, and desertification. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, as it hosts this session, expresses its interest in preserving environment at the national, regional, and international level. The Middle East is one of the regions of the world that is most impacted by land degradation, drought, and desertification, and we seek to face environment challenges in partnership with the international community. That's why Vision 2030, aimed at protecting environment, limiting land degradation, combating desertification as our utmost priority, because protecting the environment and natural resources is essential in achieving sustainable development and quality of life. And in order to achieve these goals, we adopted the National Environment Strategy, and we established a fund for the environment, as well as 5 ad hoc centers for environment, namely the National Center for Vegetation Covered and Combating Desertification. We have also updated our environmental regulations in line with international standards. We have established initiatives, programs, and plans to promote commitment to environment regulations, to limit pollution, to develop vegetation cover and wildlife, as well as improving waste management, meteorological services, and other researches. Saudi Green Initiative aims at the restoration of 40 million hectares of degraded land to increase national reserves by 30% in 2030. This goal was launched by Saudi Arabia in 2021, 1 year before the global goal at the end of 2022 in Montreal. We also work on increasing renewable energy to constitute more than 50% of the energy mix in Saudi Arabia by 2030, reducing carbon emissions. And we also have a national strategy for water in order to preserve water resources and their sustainability. And we have implemented many initiatives in order to ensure water recycling and to achieve sustainability of water and the environment. We're also working on a national strategy for agriculture in order to promote agriculture and sustainable management of arable lands, as well as a national food security strategy in order to limit food waste by 50%. Dear participants, international reports show the degradation of more than 100 million hectares of agricultural land, forest and grasslands by every year. And this has an impact on more than 3 billion persons around the world. And this will lead to a loss of $6 trillion per year, in addition to losses in biodiversity and climate change. And this will have an impact on essential components of our lives, namely water, air, and food. And this has an impact on more than 1.8 billion people. This will increase levels of migration, stability, and security among many communities. That's why we need to increase international levels at all levels in order to face these international challenges. The UNCCD is a framework for collective action and cooperation between our countries, and this requires us to observe policies to achieve the goals in order to restore our land, to invest in increasing vegetation cover, innovating in sustainable solutions, cooperating to transfer experiences and techniques, and to adopt programs and initiatives to promote the partnership between governments, public sector, CSOs, finance institutions, NGOs, and to agree on binding tools that promote international joint action. We are optimistic that such efforts will open the way for a new era to preserve our land, to restore it, to limit the impact of drought. And this is not limited to the goals of this convention alone, but will also have a positive impact on climate change and biodiversity, and increase security of water, of food, and quality of life for human communities. We welcome you again, and we wish you a nice day in our country, and we look forward to your effective and constructive participation in this session. This COP will be a historic period of the development of our convention in order to limit land degradation, to limit drought all over the world, in order to secure a sustainable future to the present and future generations. Thank you, and may God's peace and blessings be upon you all.